honor that the society can bestow upon. You sure you want to do that to a guy who doesn't look old enough to buy a lottery ticket? You know, I don't know how long I'll be able to make that joke, but I'll keep doing it until it's not funny anymore. For those of you who don't know me, I just want to reassure you that I'm actually old enough to buy lottery tickets and buy alcohol too. All right, in all seriousness, I really cannot express how humbled I am to serve in this capacity. One of my patients, who herself is a provider, once asked me why I was in healthcare, and then she proceeded to, later in our conversation, tell me everyone has a reason to be in healthcare. And then she said, you just hope that the one person taking care of you is in it for the right reason. And today, since you are trusting me to hold this office, I think it's only fair that I share with you the reason why I do this, some of the principles I try to live by, and what I would like to accomplish in my term. First, why I do this and why I'm in healthcare. So when I was 6 years old, my father had a head injury that caused him internal bleeding. And that was caught late, and he needed frequent hospital visits. And no matter how many times we visit the hospitals, every visit was different, unique, and scary in its own ways. However, some visits were much more pleasant than others. So at a very young age, I learned how a simple act of kindness can affect someone. Like the many healthcare professionals who took care of my dad and my family. I also learned at a very young age how a negative interaction in a hospital can affect not only the patient, but everyone around the patient. When I was 17, he passed away, and I decided if I had a career in healthcare, I would do everything in my power to care for my patients and their family members. Because I knew the simplest things like, offering blankets or giving a few minutes of your time to listen to your patients can help change the patient's outcome for the better. Now, the specific reason why I do this, I grew up in Ethiopia, and there's an Ethiopian saying that goes like, when spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. And I've seen this work in many things, and I strongly believe it. It's only when we come together as a profession, as professionals, that we can make a difference and we can be heard. We've been trying to get a licensure bill to pass year after year after year for the past few decades. Can you imagine about 10,000, a little over or less, technologists, imaging professionals call their representatives and tell them what they want? Can you imagine what that would get us? Everyone's participation and willingness to lead contribute to strengthening the profession, in this great state and across the nation. Nobody's going to care for our profession and fight for us if we're not willing to, advocate for it and we're not passionate about it. This brings me to one of my principles I try to live by. I tell this to my team, and I strongly believe it. I believe the moment that you give up trying to fix something or enhance it is the moment you lose the privilege to complain about it. I'll say that again. The moment that you stop trying to fix something or enhancing something is the moment you lose the privilege to complain about it. There's no better place to enhance our profession than our local professional society. There's so much room for improvements, and you can be the champion to make that change. Now, I want to address the students in the audience. It feels like it was just yesterday that I was complaining about Joy Renner making me go to the NCSRT annual conference. And it feels like it was just yesterday that Rhonda Weaver was my mentor at the student leadership program at the ASRT meetings. But, ever since, every meeting I attended, with or without my will, opened up different doors for me. I met so many people at these meetings that gave me different opportunities. And that helped me enhance my professional and my personal and professional life and goals. 5 years ago, I was just in your seat. The biggest and probably the only worry I had was how I could find my first professional job. And today I'm responsible for hiring technologists to work for one of the biggest teaching hospitals in the state. And today, I just got sworn in to be the president of the NCSRT. It's because I attended all those meetings. It's because I got to meet amazing people like Frances Apple and her daughter, April Apple. Excuse me. They inspired me to attempt to do a fraction of what they were able to accomplish. It's because the guidance of help people like Dr. Melissa Jakowski, who is, by the way, the ASRT president today, that I was able to stand here and talk to you. So I tell you, here's your chance to shine, get involved, come meet with us, get our contact information, and ask us for advice, and we'll give it to you gladly. So if I can get myself together, I'll tell you what I want to do with my term. So, what I would like to accomplish in my term. So before I go there, I got one question for the students. Can I count on seeing you here next year? I'm not convinced. I didn't hear anything.
I'm not convinced at all.
Can I count on seeing you here next year?
Yes.
Thank you. And by the way, this does not, I just wanted to be let it known that this does not let the seasoned members off the hook. You've gotten our organization this far, so why leave it now, right? We need your experience, expertise the most. Now, I'll finish up by telling you what I want to do, okay? So I'd like to focus on trying to strengthening our society. I'd like to assess ways we can reach working technologists and get them excited about this professional society so we can be heard when we speak. I would like to merge the experience and knowledge of the seasoned members with the creativity and excitement of our students and new members to create a beautifully harmonized organization that is attractive for both technologists and students the same way. I would like to create a strong base and support system for the people who would like to help and get involved, but really don't know how exactly. And lastly, but not least, I would like to continue this amazing growth of participation for the annual conference. Let's do this again. Let's have another amazing time, another amazing year. And I want to finish this by thanking all of you for participating here, for giving me this opportunity, and really for caring. And let's come together and climb to a new height once again. Thank you.